Eliminating Stress, Module 7, Advanced Stuff, a 3 principles based presentation. Copyright David Philip Kromka, 2024. The learning objectives for this module are to learn and understand the various reactions we may have to having strongly held beliefs challenged. Learn the nature of consciousness and the source of happiness. Learn 3 basic options for living, and learn to be selective when engaging our memories. Adherence to our erroneous beliefs might be what's keeping us stuck. Beliefs are basically positions taken with little or no substantiating evidence. Assuming the Earth is the center of our solar system was an example. I mentioned earlier that you'd be requested to take a new and perhaps very different look at things. So far, we've been taking incremental steps that may not have been too difficult. However, this module may present larger steps. Some big steps can be difficult. Einstein refused to believe our universe is expanding until Hubble gave him incontrovertible proof. So it may be with this next step, but if you get it, it will be of immense help. The validation test here is to see if you feel more at peace after having grasped this understanding. We tend to miss out on the all-inclusiveness of thought because of our habit of focusing, looking at one detail then the next. People miss or nearly miss their exits from freeways even though there have been signs for miles because they are focusing on other things. The module on consciousness established that consciousness is our mutual connection. We generally miss noticing that due to our habit of focusing as well. Yoga and other disciplines attempt to have us relax and allow our awareness to expand in the hopes that we'll discover more to life and experience deeper feelings in the process. When we go to a movie theater, even though there's much less presented than what life presents, we miss stuff. Even though there are people in charge of the realism of the movie, at times an actor in a movie about the Middle Ages is wearing a Rolex. We may miss things like this because we're focusing on other things like the dialogue or the scene's environment and so on. Of course, if we're focusing on the dialogue, we may miss the Rolex. It's our habit of focusing that restricts our view both in the theater and in life, and it is so much a habit that we consider it to be normal and fail to notice it. If we relax our focus a bit, we will be able to both catch the fact that the Rolex is observable as well as follow the dialogue. Our focus is something we have the free will to control. The deeper feelings of peace and well-being indicate a more relaxed focus and its attendant broader perspective, while becoming stressed indicates that we, at least temporarily, believe our happiness depends on how things are going. In reality, how well things go tends to depend upon how happy we are. Less pleasant feelings or feelings of tension indicate a more narrow focus and lack of understanding. The point here is that we become aware to a greater extent of all the components of each moment of our lives, the more we can relax about what's happening. It's all there every time. It becomes easier to learn the more we can relax about our ignorance and become interested in the matter at hand. Being interested comes with a positive feeling and opens the opportunity for further insights to fill us in. Next, let's take a look at what happens when we forget the richness and warmth that attending to consciousness avails us. The rich feelings we experience while dwelling in consciousness are like water to a thirsty man. All of us have the water of consciousness in unlimited supply, but as has been pointed out, we innocently miss out on its presence. We've forgotten we have it. Thought gives the world form, but does not quench our thirst for the feelings of peace and contentment consciousness provides. Since we've innocently mistaken form as a source of happiness, we try in vain to wring some amount of happiness out of it. As a result of this mistake, many personal and societal problems arise. Really understanding this is the key to eliminating stress and all manner of mental disorders. In the analogies for mental disorders to follow, consider water to be the equivalent of love and happiness, and consider going to the desert as working on getting life to make us happy. Just as the desert is devoid of water, thought is devoid of the warmth of consciousness. To sustain life in the desert, we must supply water. To experience the beauty of life, we must dwell in consciousness. Going through life without understanding and using our inborn consciousness is like going to the desert, carrying an unlimited supply of drinking water that we have forgotten we have brought along. We thirst for happiness, and trying to get it from the form of life is like going to the desert and expecting to find water. It's an illusion. The same has happened regarding the human race attempting to find happiness as if something or things in this world will provide it. As we have seen, people have innocently concluded that life's form is the place to go get happiness, and so contrive plans to do so. What that looks like in life is in some way having something special, being somehow special, and so on. We surely don't want to be ordinary. However, all the efforts we make consume energy and take us away from the transparent and ordinary consciousness that provides the richness of life. Some people have said that you're not going to find any water in the desert, but since it seems like the vast majority of people have headed there, you think you'll take your chances. On your way to the desert, others have pointed out what seems to be water just a little way down the road, so you're encouraged. When you get to the desert, you see many people there, but none of them seem to be really happy for any length of time. They as well carry an unlimited supply of water about which they have forgotten. You ask around, what's the deal here? The explanation you're given is that water is very scarce, and you need to plan carefully and execute your plan well to find water. You can develop anxiety worrying if you'll be able to develop a good plan, be able to follow through, and find the right place to dig for water. Anxiety is a common malady these days. Not finding any water, any happiness in life, can increase the level of anxiety and can lead to further problems. Stress occurs when, in the certainty that water is there but finding none, one perseveres in digging. Working hard in life without the payoff of happiness can be very stressful. Bipolar is first the elation of thinking we found the water for which we've been digging, then the dejection of realizing what we found wasn't it. Depression is blaming ourselves for not digging up any water in the desert and not knowing what to do next. Everyone else acts as if they found some. What's wrong with me? Sociopaths blame others for the lack of water and set out to make matters difficult for them. Anger, rage, and violence arise when we believe others have found water but won't share any, or others have lied to us saying they have found water but won't share any. They say, get your own, or they may ridicule us for being so stupid that we can't find any. Remember, it is in unlimited supply, so why wouldn't they share? The truth is, they haven't found any water, and they are either afraid to let us know for fear of looking like fools, or these are the sociopaths making matters difficult for us. OCD is being sure to dig the right way. Still no water, though. ADHD is when we rapidly ditch a shovel that's not getting us water in favor of some other digging tool. And when that doesn't work out, ditching that for something else and repeating over and over and over. Relationship problems are bringing someone or some others to the desert to dig with us and blaming each other for the lack of water. It is our job to bring the water of love to the relationship and watch it grow and flower.